This is Alex.
Fuck you.
And this is Yammin.
Yammin, so nice to have you back.
It's not really Alex
Hello.
anymore. He's a British man.
I am a British man. My audio
I like your
might
beard,
sound like
Yammin.
garbage.
Thank you. I need to fix it up. I don't know what the wording
Looks
is.
good.
Don't
Trim
shave it.
Shave
It looks
Trim
good.
it.
That's the word.
I'm
Also,
gonna
your hair is also nice.
I'm gonna try to trim it or shape it or something, and I'm gonna be like, "This is horrible," and I'm just gonna shave the whole thing.
Can you not, though?
That's what's gonna happen.
You stay the same all the time. Make a change.
Okay. I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube video on how to do it then.
I thought you were going to say, oh, okay, I'll have the Crunchwrap Supreme and Taco Bell instead.
What the fuck?
Oh, I miss Taco Bell.
Have you ever had the Crunchwrap Supreme?
Yes, I
It's
get
like
it
the
every
most
time.
iconic fucking thing. they have
Genuinely?
here.
Yes.
Why?
That's because it's delicious. Are you
It's
kidding
not
me?
food.
Why?
It's like horse meat.
Did I tell you that for my final presentation in my public speaking class last year, I did a presentation on why Taco Bell is the best fast food chain?
That's so sad.
Give me your argument. I want to know.
It was incredible.
Actually.
I had strong points and counterpoints and everything.
I had slides and visual aids
It was
and regular aids.
Shut up.
I
It's
had graphs.
affordable. It's affordable and accessible. That was one point. They're open. There's a lot of locations. Open
like every
late,
fast food
good
place.
pricing. Shut up. They're creative when it comes to their foods, and they have
That's
a
true.
huge variety. Yeah. They have a huge variety. The menu's huge.
Yeah.
There was some other stuff. Yeah.
I mean, you can say that a little bit a lot of places, but I think Taco Bell just tastes good.
What do you mean
'cause
Taco Bell
tastes good.
Taco Bell puts tacos in other tacos and potatoes inside of chicken and like beef inside of they make chips with beef. I don't know, dude. It's just nutso. It's they're crazy in there, smoking weed, thinking of new ideas.
I think they're smoking crack. Is what they're smoking.
Dude, they hit the line and then they make money.
It's pretty impressive, actually, how they can make horse meat taste like cow beef.
Wasn't
delicious.
it sand or something?
I don't
that
give
they
a
were
shit what
convicted?
it is. No, don't care. Delicious.
It's really good,
delicious.
actually.
I'm the same way about Chipotle. They could start producing, they could be outed as, they're using the meat from trees to make their food. And they'll be like, I don't really care.
Bringing the trees to slaughter.
And then if they responded with, we're going to change, our menu and change up our food, I'd be like, no, don't do that, though.
Yeah,
I like
that
tree
would
meat.
anger me.
You know what
Trees
always
taste awesome.
makes me a little nervous is when they put the little sign up at Chipotle saying some of this meat was not organically sourced, so sorry it's not up to our usual standards. I'm like,
That means E. coli.
yeah. I'm like,
That means you're going to shit yourself for 3 weeks.
yeah. That means I'm gonna get.
After enjoying a delicious burrito, though,
That's
Yeah.
true,
that's what matters.
dude. First thing I've noticed about coming to London, Mexican food fucking sucks. Any Latin food here fucking blows
Why are you
ass.
eating?
Have you eaten at one restaurant?
I've eaten at a bunch of restaurants. Actually, I'm spending way
How?
too
You've
much
been there
money.
to 3 days?
Yeah, 3-4 days.
And you've eaten at a bunch of restaurants?
Yeah, I just
absolutely
got back
do the
from one.
same.
I just
That's
got
gotta
back
be,
from
That's my favorite thing to do when I travel.
Yeah, that's
I
the
would
first
just
thing
find
to
a
do.
McDonald's.
Dude, I found a
you're an
McDonald's
idiot.
and I really. I know I found
Like
a Five Guys and I really wanted to
Have you
go.
been to a Nando's yet?
The one next to where I live is under renovation. I'm so pissed.
Oh,
But there's
that's
Nando's
so
in
annoying.
America, so it's not a big deal.
They're awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan. But so they have Five Guys. There is Chipotle here, thank God, actually. So I'm gonna go fuck up some Chipotle because I feel like if I can't get any good
I
Mexican
wonder if
food,
it's going to be awful.
I think it would be the same. I think Chipotle. That's what I'm hoping for.
It's
'cause-
different animals being slaughtered for that food.
Dude, you'd be surprised at how different.
horses
It's a
for
very
that.
literal.
Dude, there's some weird tiny differences here that really fuck me up. Milk tastes completely different. The eggs taste a little different.
Because they're brown.
Yeah, well they are brown, but I have had brown eggs in America and they're still different. It's weird. The bread here is sized it's taller. Sliced bread is taller for some reason. It doesn't it. You have to put it in the toaster
Sounds like
sideways.
another world.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So there's a lot of. Also, every time they obviously drive on the opposite side of the street, so when I look to cross the road, I'm looking in the wrong direction every time.
So you're not going to be driving at all?
Yeah, no, not at all. Well, one, I don't have a car, I don't have a license, so I'm not even legally allowed to. But
You're not
I would
even
also,
allowed to
I would
rent a
die.
car.
I would die in 0.2
I
seconds
would
if
die.
I like
It's like-
started
also,
driving.
That
I
would
would
be
die.
like against all your instincts to
Yeah, no.
drive.
Yeah.
I don't know how people learn to do that.
Dude, when, actually, this just happened when I took an Uber back here. The Uber like pulled up, and I like went around to sit in the front, right? So I walked around to the other side of the car, and the guy was like, "What are you doing? Are you gonna like hijack the car?" I was like, "Oh shit, no, I'm sorry."
I've never sat in the front of
sit
an
in the
Uber.
front of your-
Fuck
I
that.
just sit in the
I
front
sit
because we had a bunch of
diagonal
people.
to them in the
Oh,
back,
okay,
Yeah, we had a bunch
so
of
I
people. I
can
had to
see
sit in the
them and
front.
not get stabbed.
Yeah, but yeah,
That makes sense.
I was like, the dude must have been so confused and thought I was gonna jack him. Like, here is this like tall, lanky, like a white kid that's gonna like jack this poor Uber driver's car. That's just trying to get through.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the car, mate. But yeah, if my audio sounds like shit, it's because I'm recording this in the common room
The
on our
echo
floor.
chamber.
Yeah, and it's fucking. There's
We
also
should
some
name
like
this
street
podcast
noise
the
and
Echo
stuff.
Chamber
Yeah,
because we have no other opinions. Come on.
I might try to record this in the basement next time. See if that's any better.
You added your British number to the group chat, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this?"
You literally went, "Hey Pena, who is this?" Like,
Did you say Pena?
yeah, I can't.
Window
Pena.
Pena.
Dude, Window Pena is my nickname in my little film group back in college.
It's not.
It was like
It's
it was
not.
voted on,
Patrick
and
has
then no one ever
decided
called
it's
me
not.
that. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. I hate it. Most
Yes, it is.
I have a few stupid nicknames that no one actually like adheres to unless they get
Yeah, like Alex.
unless people start having a lot of fun. People usually just call me Alex, but if people are having a lot of fun, they call me Big Al.
I don't know why
or-
you have to use code words considering you're 21.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, it's still like a matter of professionalism. I think. Like
Okay.
dude.
You know, the classic trope of how celebrities are allowed to drink even though they're 21.
It's fun. I was out to dinner. I was actually out at a pub or a bar. They're called pubs here, which sounds
And they
kind of
serve
pretentious, but
warm
it's a
beer.
cultural thing. They actually serve a shit ton. It's great. But I was like, okay, I have to leave now, guys. And they were like, oh, it's cool. We're all leaving, but where do you have to be? And I'm just like, there's a call I have to be on. And before I could like explain any further, Kalina was just like, he has a podcast he has to record. And I was like, why would you say that?
no.
Why would you ever say that to
Fucking
people?
outed
And
you.
then you never spoke to them.
Dude,
I would break up
I
with her.
ghosted. No. They were actually like pretty interested in it and stuff. So I don't know. But saying like you have a podcast is like a fucking like white guy like death sentence
It's like
weird
a
thing.
responsibility you have.
It's like a weird pretentious.
Speaking of
thing to say.
responsibility, with great power comes great responsibility. If you
Talk
don't
to
know
me
that.
about it.
Anyway,
Talk to me about
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
the game is amazing, and I wiped it
so
clean,
good.
and now I have nothing to do.
So good. Was it a little short, or did you
It
just play
was-
it? I
I
know you played it a lot, but I feel like I'm
so
very
it
far in
wasn't
the game
short
as
at
well.
all. I just played it the same way I play every game, in that I just play it to death, and I ran out of things to do very quickly. I feel like it's not a very short game. It's pretty long.
Okay.
So
It's a great.
It's just in
game.
my head that it's short.
It's so good.
okay, so this is I have not played it because I'm obviously in a different country and I won't have access to consoles or whatever for like months. So I'm very upset. They're selling it at the fucking grocery store here. Like that's how like big of a thing it is. It's weird. So like, what is the story about exactly? I didn't even like get the premise. Like, what kind of Peter
Well,
Parker
Spider-Man.
is this?
Peter Parker has been Spider-Man for 8 years,
Okay.
and this is an older Spider-Man, not like old. He's like maybe I would say 25, like 23,
yeah,
25.
okay. Yeah,
and he's
that's
working with. Well, this is all spoilers though.
You can just
yeah,
do
it
vague
is. Yeah,
stuff.
don't. I wouldn't say who he's working for. Just that.
He's
It's like a
working on
minor list.
science. He's doing science
Science
stuff
stuff,
with an internship sort of thing.
Stark internship.
MJ is a reporter. Harry Osborn is taking a trip in Europe. Well, this isn't really a spoiler because you can see this in the trailers. But Norman Osborn is the mayor, as well as running
what the fuck?
the facilities at Oscorp. What else? Yeah, and it's just an older Spider-Man who's more experienced, and he's not a kid anymore. Got responsibilities.
Like who's
Still having trouble
But it's-
finding rent for his apartment.
Yeah, it's a nice. He's still very funny and like laid back and
Yeah.
kind of like goofy and stuff. It's nice.
He still quips all the time when he's fighting people.
All
It
when
feels
he's
like I
fighting
haven't
people,
heard
web
the same
swinging.
one twice. That's how many quips there are.
Oh, they're so good.
The one in the donkey video was fucking hilarious. It was like, what is it, National Rocket Day?
Yeah. I don't know if he liked it or not. I really can't tell because sometimes he'll be like trashing something and at the end of the video it's just like, actually, it's a really good game.
I think he probably enjoyed it. And
He said 0 out of 10 at the end, so
well, there
could be a joke or
it's
whatever.
because there were no Sandman or something like that.
Something
I don't
like
fucking
that.
remember. Yeah, something stupid. But wait, who's the villain? Is it the Osborn?
There's many.
Green Goblin?
It's hard.
There's a great many villains, but there's one sort of more focused villain. Two,
Okay.
I would say.
This is why it's weird. Like if I look at all the side stuff, I feel like I've done like a lot of them or most of them. But if I think about the story, I feel like I haven't done anything big or defeated any big major villains. So I'm thinking maybe I still have
Dan,
a
you're
lot
really
to
not
do.
far in.
I feel like I am though.
Have you visited the raft yet?
Call with my friends, if you don't mind.
The raft.
Sorry.
Where are you right now, Pena?
I'm in the common room.
Oh. Are you allowed to just hog it for an hour?
No, actually.
This should go well.
Yeah, I know.
I can't wait till you get arrested for being annoying.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm waiting for the police to come. Like,
Are you
bring
like
me on the door.
cringing internally right now because you had to kick
down the
someone out of that?
Am I
room?
what?
Cringing.
Not really. I know who that is, so I don't like.
All right. Well, you're gonna have to
It's-
cut that out
it's
because
not
you
bad.
heard she spoke.
She spoke.
You cannot record her. Do you ever see that trailer for what's that fucking horror movie? I don't remember. No, Winchester, Miss Winchester, like Lady Winchester. There was this lady in the 1800s who believed that if you took a picture of her, you're just locking the door.
Dude, I locked it before, but I don't
Oh my
think it does
God.
right now. Definitely gonna do the basement.
You
next
can't
time.
do that. This is someone else's room as well. But
It's
anyway,
a common room. I love how you were like, I'll go somewhere no one will interrupt me. The common room.
Dude. No, I didn't think
this is
going to
become like a trend of like, oh, Alex is in there. I better not,
Stop.
approach for the next 3 hours.
get
Are you
a-
also gonna edit this in here?
No, I'm gonna edit
keep
it
all this.
in my room.
Keep all this.
Yeah, I mean the appeal of this is that it's a rough thing. So
Get like
It is
a
what it
Yeah, that's the
live
appeal.
light
Is
and
that
put it
it's
outside the room.
unprofessional.
yeah, so I'm just gonna
Get like a recording light.
yeah. I
But
mean,
there was what?
I was just gonna say I think the Skype call with my friend's excuse like almost doesn't work because of like the big
Because
ass
you could do that
microphone I have.
anywhere.
Yeah. Well, no, some people definitely like a bunch of like my roommates all take calls in here, but like
I
on
like
their
how
phones.
you
and
still
stuff.
have your thing propped up on books.
dude, because
Yeah, that was
I
he was
always
out
need
of
to do
frame
this.
before he started recording, and he was like, "Hang on, let me test my mic," and he like slid the books over, and I was like, "There it is."
dude, I got to like this fucking microphone stand doesn't go
So
up
short.
at all. What the fuck were we talking about? Spider-Man. Who's the so there's a few villains that are like the focus. You
Yeah.
said okay.
Well, just before, I just want to finish my point about Lady Winchester was a lady in the 1800s who believed that if you took a picture of her, then her soul would be trapped in that photo, and then the rest of the movie's about that. And yeah, and she continued adding rooms to her house until there
Yeah.
were about 175 billion rooms to her mansion, and she believed that that would like confuse the ghosts if like they didn't know where she was. But yeah, that's what a horror movie's based on. Anyway, Spider-Man's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. It's actually like a.
So you're saying Spider-Man fights ghosts?
He fights a guy who looks like a ghost.
That's fair. Okay, that sounds good to me.
He fights the demons.
A little, I don't know if I'd call it a problem, but I feel like there weren't enough upgrades or changes to the web swinging, unless I just haven't acquired them yet.
You get faster with every upgrade. I mean, like every level up. So you
It's
get
not with every level. It's like every
It
level you get
depends.
some kind of bonus,
you
like
get
a damage
health
boost or a
damage
health boost
or web
Yeah.
swimming or web
Web
swimming.
swimming.
But
Yeah, but-
yeah.
Also, you start out with, you can do so much from the very beginning.
Yeah.
That the upgrades don't feel like I didn't feel like I needed.
Have
a
you
bunch
gotten
of
all the upgrades?
I have like most of them, like almost all of them.
The ones near the bottom are kind of awesome, though.
Are
Being
they?
able-
I've looked.
This isn't a spoiler, but like the being able to top both bumpers, swing rockets back at people is really useful. I can't think of
I heard the
another one
robot,
because I
the
haven't
little
seen it.
robot you can shoot out is super useful. as well.
I haven't
Spider
used
drone,
it at
I
all.
Yeah, don't like it.
Really?
That's not what I've been using. I've
Because
mostly
it's-
just been using the regular web shooters.
Yeah, I like the ones that make it feel like it flows with combat, like punch, web someone to a wall, punch. But I don't like
it's like it
throw
ruins
the
your
drone
immersion.
and
Like,
it's-
here's a
and then-
drone for
and then
you.
you stand there while it's like zapping.
When you're on like a remote control, like saying, "Shut up! I'm gonna get you though."
You got Casey Neistat piloting your spider drone for you.
Yeah.
fighting cross.
I mean, it was
Patrick-
cool in the movies.
Patrick, you know the when you're web swinging, how you can, if you're not swinging, you can just press X on the PlayStation controller and you can like pull yourself forward a little bit. I feel like if you started without that, that would have been good. You could get an upgrade that gave you that. And upgrade.
You get an upgrade that lets you do it 2 more times.
A little bit farther. But I feel like they could have started you with the bare minimum of swinging, and then said, okay, you can press X while swinging to jump further after a swing. And then I feel like that would have been more of like progression.
Well, maybe, but my only real few gripes with the game are having to not fucking play as Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so tired of that.
Oh my God.
I don't want to play as
Assassin's
MJ.
Creed, man.
And this, I can't say the other thing because it's a spoiler. Here, spoilers for the game.
God, just don't say it. It's not important. It's
Never
not.
mind,
Well, it's not important for me yet. If it becomes important, I don't want to know.
Penya's gonna eventually play it in 6 months or whatever.
So don't let me know.
Cover your ears then. But you have to.
If I cover my ears, I'll be pushing my headphones in.
Oh, I can't talk about anything. This is so
Yeah, dude,
annoying.
You can't. I mean, I'll finish it
Well,
soon.
I mean, it's
and
in
we
the
can talk
trailer.
about it.
MJ's in the game, and there are a few sneaking around missions.
That I know. I've seen that in
missions
the
as
reviews.
MJ, and there's also a few as someone else. But
Oh, that I didn't know.
yeah, and
Okay.
you didn't look at any of the hidden texts I sent, right?
No, I didn't actually.
Okay, because that would have been really fucking
Hidden
dumb.
text
I
makes
feel
it sounds like some
you're the
Indiana
person that
Jones
would have
shit,
done
like-
it anyway. It's just like I'm gonna look anyway because they said it's not for me, and then you'd be like, "Damn it, I got spoiled, Patrick, you fucking asshole."
That happened
But
to
it's
me-
just like I fucking told you.
Dude, no, I tried to avoid spoilers for the most part. The only thing that I got spoiled for me sort of was like Infinity War, and I was really mad about that. But then like it
What
didn't really.
what did they tell you?
When I was like Googling, it's because I was rewatching the Spider-Man movies, and I Googled something about Spider-Man, and the first Google autocomplete suggestion was, "Why does Spider-Man die in Infinity War?" And I was like, "Motherfucker, are you serious?"
I remember you talking about that on the
Because I saw it like the Monday after, because I couldn't get tickets for the weekend, so it was so.
I don't
fucking
mean to
pissed.
Victim blame, but it sounds like you're an idiot for doing that.
Yeah, it sounds
Dude,
like you're kind of a little dumb.
Dude, I muted
Googling
everything.
Spider-Man, even though he's in Infinity War.
Dude, I know it was dumb in
I put
retrospect.
down
I didn't
my
think
phone
Google
and put it
autocomplete
off
would have
on
fucked
airplane
me,
mode when the first trailer dropped. Like I was like, nope, done with that. We're done.
dude. I just like unknowingly wandered into a minefield of spoilers with that. Like I thought I was doing so well until then.
There are people that peepers.
Oh, some peepers.
Peepers. There are people that are like, spoilers don't matter to me. I can go into a movie and enjoy the cinematic experience, even though I know some of the major plot points. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Like it'll almost like I won't expect it because the train of the movie will carry me differently. And I'm like, that's okay, but going into a movie having seen none of it is so amazing because it's
So-
genuinely
yeah.
surprising.
Yeah.
I didn't watch I still haven't seen the Infinity War trailer.
Oh,
I
it's a
saw
good one.
one clip
I've never.
on it as an ad. So
As an
I mean,
ad,
it was
it's really
just
good.
it was they spoiled in the trailer Peter getting the Iron Spider suit. Like just stop. Why?
Well, they
Why?
do that
I
at the
mean,
end of
we're already
Spider-Man
going to see the
Homecoming.
movie. You don't need to entice me more.
But there were some misdirects in the trailer though. Like when
to
Captain
avoid
America
spoilers.
is holding Thanos' fists, he doesn't
You
have any
figured he was
stones in the
gonna
glove. Hulk isn't in the movie at all. Hulk is never in Wakanda. I think there were some other ones in there, but that's all I can like really remember off the top of my head.
The Russo brothers is so great.
Dude, they're fucking good. I mean,
Captain America's Winter Soldier. Some of the best
Still so good.
Marvel movies have come out from them.
yeah, they do like pretty much all the best ones. Like they're the
I don't even know
go-to
how you
guys
handle
now.
a movie like Infinity War.
I mean, I wonder what Joss Whedon would have done for Infinity War if he didn't quit.
He probably sexually assaulted some woman.
Oh God.
Well, then,
Jeez.
He would have
Then-
incorporated that into his narrative experience.
yeah. Then he was gonna make a Batgirl movie, and I feel like he definitely would have included Batgirl like hooking up with Batman or whatever. Like
While he
that really
diddled
fucking
someone, he would have
stupid-
been saying something very feminist.
Yeah. Joss Whedon's fucking gross. Anyways,
I didn't know he was British. I saw an interview with
is?
him. Yeah, he is. And then
Oh, I
he was
had no
just like,
idea.
I feel like I need to hang myself after this interview. And I was just like,
was like,
what
yeah.
the fuck?
What? the fuck?
I figured you were American.
Yeah, me too. For some reason, I'd always like, oh, that's weird now. That's
Did
like
you see that Kit Harington is calling for more gay actors?
I didn't see that, but good.
like actually gay actors playing characters in TV and movies.
I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like, good for.
It was just sort of out of nowhere. It was like, oh, okay,
Okay.
Kit Harington.
Wait.
What?
Thanks, thank you, Kid Harington.
All right, Kit.
Yeah, good.
Woke kid.
Good for that guy. Wait,
Jon
one
Snow
thing
does know something.
before we move on from Spider-Man, the one thing I did want to ask about is how does the web swinging compare to?
It's awesome.
It's
It's
so
so good.
Really?
so good.
Okay,
It's
they
so
nailed it.
intuitive. Everything about it. And
They nailed it.
Everyone has been making fun of the fact that it's like, oh, this game makes you feel like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But it just so genuinely makes you like.
That's what you texted in the group chat.
It's so
You're
satisfying.
Like, I'm Spider-Man.
It's great. It's got some missions where, like, in any other game, you'd be like, oh, I have to follow this person, or I have to
It's
chase this
fun, though.
helicopter, or I have to, in Spider-Man, because of the web swinging, it's so fun. Even
You're
missions like that are so fun.
I get to chase Electros. Like, let's go. Let's fucking chase him. I don't care. Whatever.
It's great.
And also the thing you can do with the right triggers, which is essentially as close as you're gonna get to doing like both like a slingshot thing.
Yeah.
And then pressing X the moment you touch the thing. There's an upgrade that like just launches you. It's
That
so
upgrade's
satisfying.
great.
It's amazing.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yamin, did you ever play Infamous Second Son?
You did.
Well, that was one of
Yes,
the PS4
that
games
was
you got.
that was the first one I played. I played it completely. Yeah.
The
Sorry
traversal in
to
that
cut
game
you
is
off.
so good.
That is a game where the traversal, you upgrade the traversal.
Yeah.
Which I wish Spider-Man would have done a bit more of.
Like
how you get around.
Yeah, when you get the neon powers in that game, like you just fucking can zip
It's so
around
good.
so quick, dude.
Like
It's
the
so
moment
good.
you get it, it's incredible, and then you just keep on upgrading it.
Yeah.
And it's like
It's so dope. Or is
It's
it the? Is
It's
it the
such a
like?
strange set
no
of
neon.
powers.
It's neon.
neon?
Neon's
Okay.
the one.
Okay.
Trust me.
I fucking love that game. Okay, and it's apparently you play as Peter Parker a lot, right? Like as not
Yeah, it's
Spider-Man.
actually fun though. It's fun. I like it a
Yeah,
lot.
because he's interesting.
like,
You
He's-
get to do science and solve puzzles.
Oh really? Oh okay, that's pretty cool.
those puzzles are great. Those puzzles are
fun.
like the perfect difficulty to where it's not boringly easy, excuse me, or like so difficult that it's not fun.
They also
It's
put
like
in a skip button, so if you're a lazy dumb
just in
idiot,
case, yeah.
and also you can, if you just don't want to do it, but you also want the little upgrade points it gives you, you can just go online and find pictures of the solves.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, of course, you can always just do
The
that.
fucking spectrum things, it's like every time you're playing a main mission, it's just like, oh, this is, normal Spider-Man. And then he was like, let me find the fibers for this. And they have to do the
You can see
spectrum
the
thing. It's just like,
isotopes
oh,
of
what?
this and that.
Like, wait, how is this going to help? What? You also
I
fight
love how-
Tombstone again.
Without spoiling it, like the person you're interning for, they're like, hey, do this for me, and you pretty much do everything. It feels like.
He gets frustrated, and then you fix everything.
Yeah,
It's like
you're
the
like,
plot of the game.
I got it. I'll just
Peter Parker
I'll
is a
invent this thing you've
genius.
been working on.
And he mentions it a couple times. It's like, oh, that's what I get for having, an assistant who's a genius. So he's not like unaware of the fact that you're completely like independent of him and helping him in every
Right.
way.
God, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay.
It's pretty great. Also, you really get to watch the evolution of the person you're working for, and it's so
Oh, yeah.
so good. It's awesome.
So, I didn't know.
How did you
I'll
not? You're
talk
so
about it later.
dumb.
No. I knew. I didn't know how or why.
What?
I'm pretty sure I know what you guys are
Were
talking
you
about because
thinking
it was
about
in
it
the
in
Donkey
terms
video.
of like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans?
Sort of, yes.
Oh my god!
We can talk more about this
So
later. I
stupid,
don't know how to
dumb
talk about it.
idiot.
Shut up! You probably don't even know what I'm. You don't.
No,
we're
I
not
know
on the same
exactly.
page.
You
We're
just
not on
don't
the
know
same
anything.
page.
Is what
We're not on
you're
the
saying.
whatever.
I think I've watched enough reviews, and the Donkey video especially kind of spoils. I know who you guys are talking about and like what
Who?
like happens.
No, don't say it.
Who are we
know.
talking about?
No, I'm just
Don't.
gonna make more work for myself.
We can say it after we hung
Here,
up.
I'm gonna text
After
the
we
group
hung
chat.
up.
I'm gonna
Oh my
text
God.
the group chat, and you
We'll
let
see
me
how
know if
dumb
it's
you
right.
are.
Yeah. Place your bets, people. I'm gonna do the villain name because I forget his actual human name. What's his human
Yep.
name? Yeah. Okay.
Spoilers, so we can just say spoilers.
Dude, no,
I
I'm
just
gonna
want to
edit
talk out loud about this game.
No.
Why can't we
Okay,
just say
you-
spoilers?
Because they just came out. Because it just came out. Because it's been 4 days, Patrick.
I
It's
want to
been
talk
4
about
days.
it so much, though.
It's been 4 days.
I want to talk about it and have it
Talk about it
recorded and
next
have it be
week.
on the internet.
No, it's been
I
4 days.
made a video about Spider-Man on my Instagram, and people were immediately like, "Have you been playing the game?" It's just like, "I put it on my story." And that's just what I said. Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm so tempted because I want to hear what you guys have to say about it, but also like
We could talk about it next week. It's too soon. It's too soon. It just came out.
That's okay. That's fine. That's fair. Let's move.
Move on. What's
Let's move
you
on
got
to
like
that.
a million things.
I
on
wanted
your list.
to ask you about Yammin because this is your territory. I sent this in the group chat, but the new NBA 2K19 game is like particularly bad about poking and prodding people for like their spare change. It's like, oh, you paid $60 for the game? Well, what? Give me some fucking more. Give me your fucking lunch money, idiot. Like, do this or your player will never be outside of like high school level of varsity basketball.
Yes. Yeah. So, it's come to the point now where like every player you create, you're gonna put down money for VC, which is the VC virtual currency. You're gonna put down money to upgrade that character because. Let me explain how it worked last year, and it's fairly similar this year. Last year, I put down $50 on top of the base game.
Jesus
$50
Christ.
on my character, and then endless hours. And the highest overall you can get your character to is 99, and I was at about 91 or 92 by the time this new game came out. 2019 NBA 2K19 came out. So it's already a grind. You already have to dedicate your whole life to it, and so microtransactions are a huge part of the game now. And on top of that, it gets to a point where you can't even spend any more of the currency. You actually have to grind and upgrade your character through progression, which makes sense. Recently, 2K made it even harder to earn XP, so you level up even slower, needing even more time. And like Reddit and Twitter erupted. They were like, no, this isn't happening. And so like they fixed it. They reverted it, and they even increased the amount of XP you get. And like that was like a whole shitstorm that happened this morning.
It's like another Battlefront 2
Do you
thing.
like it?
Well, you both said I didn't hear
Sorry,
you.
Shut up, Alex. Is it a good game though, and do you like it?
It's great. We play it all the time. It's probably my top 3 games.
Yeah,
it's always in rotation. It's 2K, Rainbow, and then something else. Like it's always in rotation.
I'll check in Kevin's party, and it'll be Kevin, and then a couple other people, and then one person that is anonymous, and I'll be like, "That's Yammin."
It used to be like, especially like years ago. I used to be the only one that was like always offline, like always showing as offline. And everyone's like, "Why are you offline? Why are you never
That's so
offline?"
fucking annoying.
Like, half my friends list is offline now.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, I don't have offline because
so
no one ever
annoying.
invites me to their party anyway.
Yeah, I'm offline because I separate the people I play with.
Yeah, you bitch.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. I always have to check online, and it only ever says if Patrick is online or not, but you're always just offline, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I mean,
none
you
of
can
us
send me an
could be
invite.
on.
If you send me an invite, I
mean,
can. Here's the thing I do: I ignore it if I don't want to play with you.
Yeah,
It's
that's.
so different.
I mean, that's kind of the culture of my friends now is where like, if you get on Xbox, it doesn't matter whether it says offline or not. You send them an invite. If they're on and they want to play, they'll join. If they're on and they don't, they won't join. If they're not on, we get notifications on our phone because we have the Xbox app. So it's usually like I'll be on in 10 minutes. Like you get a text, or like I'm not getting on today or something. It's like online or offline means nothing at this point. It's like you send an invite.
It's like you
But
guys
there
are like
sometimes when I
perpetually
don't wanna
ghosting each
be at a
other.
party, and I'll be on anyway, and there's no way to explain that to someone without like being mad.
I know it's just not worth the headache. That's why I'm offline. My preferences are offline. It's just no. I don't want to have to explain to people like I don't want to be in a party right now, or I'm in a party with other people. I don't like when there's like 10 people in a party with like 3 groups playing 3 different games. It makes no sense to me. It's the most
And a
frustrating
bunch of people
thing.
talking over each other, but it's
Talking
like,
over each other,
get over
especially
there,
in
do
like
that thing, and then it's just like,
team
yeah, I
games
was
and
talking about
competitive
TV.
games.
It was really funny, Pat, when you do that thing where you were like very matter of fact about it with me, where you're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that thing where I leave the party now and don't get off Xbox. I just don't want to talk anymore." And I was like, "Yeah, all right, fine, I understand." Thank you for saying something.
That's like new and kind of weird to you, Alex, but that's just like a thing that Patrick and I do.
No, I know.
I do the same thing.
I've gotten like pretty used to it pretty quickly.
It's
like,
not that I don't want to talk. If there was a way to talk to you and listen to a video with my headphones, I could do that, but I can't because there's no way my brain. Isn't it stupid that you can't hold 2 conversations at the same time? Isn't that dumb?
It's like our brain processing power is like not
so
there yet.
boring and dumb.
When does the new brain update come out?
Fucking never.
Brain OS 2 is due in another 1,000 years, I think.
Okay, great.
Unless Elon Musk can stop smoking weed and make the next brain.
Fucking hate that guy. What other games have gotten a new trailer or come out? I feel like this.
The Blackout Blops for
yeah.
Blackout, which is their battle royale
All right, you guys
beta
can
is
talk about this for a
happening.
while.
I've not played it
I mean,
because I have
it's
no
happening
access
on
to playing
PlayStation.
it. But I watched gameplay from it, and it actually looks pretty dope.
It looks like more Call of Duty, and I haven't seen the campaign. So.
It actually looks weirdly unlike Call of Duty because you can.
First of all, Patrick,
The map is so big, and you can like drive vehicles.
Go ahead, go off, Yammin. Tell me how I'm wrong.
there is no campaign.
Oh well, you've lost me immediately. Like the 0.5% of amount like that I cared, it was just gone now.
It's multiplayer zombies and the battle royale mode, which is
really
the big thing.
Zombies?
It doesn't matter. Everybody's playing it for the battle royale. That is like the big
I did
thing
see
right
that.
now.
Yeah.
That's the beta for that is happening right now, but only for PlayStation. I think for Xbox and PC, in a few days we get it.
So how are they closing the circle? What's the threat like going? Like closing?
It just
Probably
hurts
some
you.
storm.
It just hurts
like
you.
a bunch of like Viet Cong soldiers.
Oh, what does it look like? I
No,
don't think
it's just like a dark. Like the map gets a little darker, and like you just start taking damage.
PUBG or
yeah,
Fortnite.
it's just like Fortnite.
What if it was just a wall of sandwiches and they just slowly?
Well, they don't call
Engulfed
it. They
you.
don't call it the storm or anything. They call it like the collapse or
Doesn't
something
matter.
like.
We're gonna
dumb
call
and
it the
dramatic.
storm. Nobody's gonna.
Why don't they
fucking
just
call
say
it the
that this
collapse
is
or
a
whatever.
test facility and we're closing the map? Why can't they just say that instead of there's a
Because
storm
who cares
coming?
about the story? Who fucking I don't
No,
care
it's
about
just
the
like
story.
it's weird. Like, why is there a storm? Like, this is Call of Duty, and these are like regular and normal people. It's not like with PUBG where this is designed around this game. These soldiers also had a job to do outside of get killed by a giant wall of death.
I wish they made it so that instead of like you just take damage for being out there, like there's just a ton of like zombies like spawning and like killing. They can like kill you in
That
like
would be weird.
one hit.
Just like in DayZ when they just sort of pile up against the wall.
No, it'd be cool though because like you can kind of like you could theoretically manage being outside of the wall, but it just gets so overwhelming that like it forces you back in at some point.
That's how it is now, essentially.
Yeah.
It's just
Wait, that was
not
gold.
as fun and like.
Yeah, I mean there are zombies in Blackout in like the regular map, but like they only ever show up 10 at a time max or something because the map can't take like much more than that.
There are
it's weird.
zombies in Blackout. Is that what you said?
Yeah, there are.
I did not know that.
Yeah, but like it's kind of lame. They're kind of lame and tacked on. Like you're not gonna find huge waves. They're more like inconveniences than anything, which kind of sucks.
I
But
bet that is an inconvenience if you're trying to be stealthy and you have to fire off your gun just to kill a few zombies. Give away your position.
I mean the ray gun is also in Blackout. That's fucking weird.
I can't tell if you're joking.
No,
You're
I
just
swear to
making
no,
shit
I'm
up
not.
now.
I'm not.
You're just
I
making
watched.
shit up now.
I watched. You know who Hutch is, Yamin, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched Hutch's. He posted his first like gameplay victory in Blackout, and by the end of the match, he had like gotten a ray gun and like was fucking people up. There's all sorts of weird looking guns in that game, actually.
Was he streaming?
Yeah, he was streaming. It was like a. He uploaded it to YouTube afterwards, though.
You know who else was streaming?
Did you see the Dr.
Oh, Dr.
Almost
Disrespect.
got killed.
That was fucking crazy, dude.
That guy
His
got
what
fucking
got killed?
angry. His house got shot at while he was.
Okay. You said someone got killed, and I was like, I didn't know
I said
somebody
he
died.
almost got killed.
Almost got killed. Sorry, I heard.
Dumb idiot.
I heard like his daughter got killed or something like horrible. I was like,
I
no.
don't think he has a daughter.
No, but like he was on stream and he like his house got shot at for the second time. It was a second time.
Yeah,
Because-
I didn't listen to his like what he said at the end.
He said he came back to the stream and he's like, "Yeah, I have to shut. Someone just shot at me and they broke my window. It was fucking pussies." And then he shut down the stream and I was just like, "Damn, he's angry." And
Dude,
I
I'd be
would too, but still.
Oh yeah.
That like is just such a fear
He also
tactic.
took the wig off so you could see his normal hair. And
Yeah,
"Damn,
I was like, damn,
the
dude.
whole character's gone now.
That's like
Well, yeah.
serious shit,
shot at
though.
his house.
No,
Yeah.
I just figured he would have been like some weird professionalism thing that who's just like, "Oh, we will play in like
Dude,
the Titanic
no.
when they played the violin until they went into the water."
Dude, fuck that. No way. If someone shot at my house, it'd be like, stream's fucking over. I
You
wouldn't
would
even
take
say
your wig
that.
off as well.
I would just shut down the stream like immediately. and
I would
be
have done
fuck
it
this.
like instantly without any
Yeah.
warning.
He when it, I don't know if I just misheard it, but it seemed like when it happened, he like turned to the side and he was like, "What was that?"
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, because you don't know what.
he didn't. Really,
be anything.
you wouldn't.
If you don't hear gunshots every day, you're thinking, "Oh, well, maybe someone like threw the newspaper at my door. Like there's some like
Okay.
bumping in the road. Maybe someone
Yeah,
hit
I
a
guess.
speed bump."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what. I think he like just went to like go investigate because it happened
I-
once before. So maybe he was like, "Let me go check on that," because
I
that's
think
probably like
your brain wants it to not be a bullet, so you're immediately gonna think of other reasons why you may have heard that noise. Like it's like, oh, that's not a gunshot.
Who threw that rock?
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what gunshots. I don't think I know what gunshots sound like. Sometimes I hear random pops at night, and I was like,
very high pitched noise.
So I was like, it's a weird time to be doing fireworks right now.
They do sound quite a bit like fireworks.
It's weird because I'm like, it's either fireworks or like gunshots, but like both of those are really unlikely. But like, which one is like more likely? You know, it's bizarre.
My only exposure to guns when I was very little was Halo, when I would fire like the Magnum or the assault rifle. So when I would hear like fireworks or gunshots at night, I'd be like, that's not a gunshot because it doesn't sound like the Magnum. Magnums are like really
sound like the Magnum from Halo 2.
It's the very like wah. It's like a loud like not even a boom. It's like not even a boom. It's not even a pop. It's more of a boom.
Yeah,
it doesn't sound like a gun at all.
It's like a mini boom. There's like big echo and
like
stuff.
A cannon.
It's crazy, yeah. But I'd be fucking terrified. So that's like another story of like you streamers, like YouTubers, like having to deal with real life consequences.
Crazy people.
Yeah, dude.
Like when those people showed up at Gavin and Meg's house.
God, dude, I can only imagine like how fucking scary that would have been.
They
like,
only mentioned, we watched that video when I was over at your house. It's just so freaky. Like,
yeah,
they were back to work like within like the week or whatever. It's
yeah.
Like, what? Why? Go home.
I mean, the police got the guy.
I mean, they were home.
Yeah.
And the guy came into their
house.
Oh my god. I'm just saying.
So
go
tasteless.
home. That's where it happened. Yeah.
I mean, the police got the guy, which is good. Like, you can mentally get that kind of closure. With Dr. Disrespect, like, he still got that going on in his mind. Because, like, I knocked it over.
You're so dumb. You still got to get shut
the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't get what the point of that is. Like, is it somebody that, like, hates him? Or is it somebody that just, like, wanted to see like the reaction on stream?
Well, I mean, why did
that
guy show up to Meg and Gavin's house? Because he's fucking crazy.
He was like obsessed with Meg.
Obsessed with Meg, and
wanted
also
to kill Gav.
So, Penny, you and I looked at like the reasoning why, like, and some of the notes that he wrote about Gavin. He wanted him to die alone with no children.
Yeah.
What?
It was very specific.
You don't even know
weird.
This person. You have like
crazy.
consumed their content on a comedy channel. You have no idea what they're like in real life, and you want them to be dead.
I think these are two different things. Like that
no, I know.
person
I'm just
is
focusing on that. It's just.
I'm trying to understand why the dude that shot up Dr. Disrespect's house. Why? Like, what was it? It had to be like an attention thing, sort of. Like he wanted to go back and watch the stream and see the reaction live or something.
Yeah, 100%. I think.
What if he's tweeted?
I don't. The thing is, like, that's also like a really hard like crime to solve, you know, because like it's just a drive-by basically, and how do you? I mean, unless there's security cameras nearby, I don't know. I just like hope they get the guy soon because that's such a scary situation to be in, especially if you have like a family at home. That's like worst nightmare shit right there.
He's just back at it. Is
he still streaming?
He's back at it. Yeah. The doc and the family appreciate everyone's concerns and wishes. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Situation is being handled appropriately. In the meantime, stream will continue tomorrow, according to schedule.
I guess you just can't like let your life get impacted by that sort of thing, you know? It's like
I think that's the best way to go about it.
Like you can't let the terrorists win or whatever. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm. Terrorists win.
But then I wonder if like the dude knows when he's streaming, and that's when he does it. You know, that would be like a concern of mine.
It's a live stream.
Are you laughing at people getting shot?
Alex, it's a live stream. What do you mean if he knows when he's streaming?
Like, yeah, when he turns on the live stream and then he's like, oh, okay, the live stream is on. So I gotta like, Pat, what the fuck are you laughing at?
Everyone Millie rocket the sky. We can turn this hurricane around.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, the hurricane took a huge left turn. It's not coming near us anymore.
Patrick,
is it not?
I hate you.
I thought we were supposed to have a bunch of storms.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's not coming towards us anymore, like directly at us.
Yeah, my parents went to the grocery store today to get a bunch of stuff.
Oh,
so
wow.
Hopefully you guys don't get fucked and like drown.
Well,
it's not coming.
You get to enjoy a winter in London, so you can go fuck yourself.
That sounds kind of nice, actually.
It's not gonna be. It's very cold and groggy.
Well,
wet.
It's just like Boston, so I'm not too worried about it.
That's fair.
Yeah, fuck
That
you,
is
bitch.
very
Except
fair,
Boston
yeah.
might get covered in like 40 feet of snow suddenly.
Yeah, exactly. Yaman, you know how to swim, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're good.
Every time I pass through Boston or Newark to get to New York
Dude,
City.
why does the cloud formation look like a shark?
What? Show it to the webcam.
Oh no, the red
Oh, the
storm
red,
path.
that's
It looks like a
freaking
shark. Tell me that's
storm
not a
path.
shark.
It looks nothing
I
like
don't
a
see
shark.
a
It
shark
looks
at
like
all.
a fucking tornado
Dude,
laid
that's the
outside. How does that
fucking-
look like a shark to you?
That's the fin. This is the body.
Now I see
The
it.
tail.
Now I
It
see
looks
Okay,
nothing
fine.
like a shark.
Dude, that's a
Alex.
fucking
Now
shark. Are
I
you
see
kidding
it.
me?
It
It's a
looks
stretch,
like
but
a
I see
fucking
it.
triangle or a rhombus.
It's a shark.
That's a stretch.
Just
but
Millie
I
Rock
see
at it, and then maybe it'll change.
Millie Rock, shut the fuck up.
Can I be one of those like old white dudes? What the fuck is Millie Rock?
I don't know, but I know it's like
It's
an
a
old
dance
move
move.
from.
Okay, I absorbed that much, but what does it look like? Yaman, can you demonstrate it if you don't?
if you don't
No.
mind.
You can fucking
Is it
Google
that
it,
involved?
you
It's
idiot.
not like
You
a
have
dab?
a computer in front of you. I don't know it.
I'm gonna look this up. What is
Busting out dance moves.
a
Oh my
Millie
god.
Rock
It's
dance?
nothing like a fucking shark, Alex.
Dude,
It's a stretch, but I can see it.
I'm Millie Rock on any block. What is this? song?
For those who can't see it, I'm gonna draw this in your mind. Imagine a triangle, like a triangle with one with long side that it had an acute angle and two normal angles, and you bent that shit in like a S pattern. So the flat end
So that it looks like a
and
shark.
the pointy end are like an S, and it looks nothing like a fucking shark. Imagine a triangle.
No,
That's
I
what
see
it looks like.
Alex. I see it.
Stop fucking catering to his bullshit.
Well, when he put it up to the screen and like pointed, and it made sense.
Yeah, see, dude. Okay, I found the music video and I remember the song, but there's like 5 different
I've heard the
dances
fucking
happening
song.
in this
I just
video.
don't remember what the I don't watch music videos because I think they make things cringy and annoying.
Just
They do.
don't look for the
They really
song.
do.
Just Google Millie Rock dance.
This is where the thing comes from, idiot.
It looks like people are just
Yes. So why would you
doing-
watch the whole music? You just find a
wanted to
10-second
skim-
video
I
of someone.
wanted
There's
to
like a
skim
ton
through
of
it, Yaman.
soccer players doing it.
2
Why
Millie
are there
shows
Fortnite
and
There
do a
you
Millie
go.
Rock dance. Can you do a Millie Rock
What's
in
the next
Fortnite?
thing on your? What's the next thing? Probably.
There's
What's the
Chris
next thing on
Brown
your list?
doing it, so you know it must be awesome.
Did you guys see Chance? This happened a while ago, but Chance was like said that Epic should be paying rappers and stuff for making like their dances popular or something.
I mean, that sounds fair.
Why though?
I
I
mean,
don't think
it's-
it is.
What?
It's your intellectual content, right?
I'd say at this point, Epic should be getting paid by the rappers for making the dance moves popular.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait. So like,
like a
if
chicken and egg
like,
situation.
whoever invented the fucking let's
Some of the
say,
Fortnite
like
dances
Superman,
are totally
Soulja
original.
Boy. Let's say they have that in Fortnite. That's Superman. So does Soulja Boy get paid by Epic in that
No.
situation? Why?
I don't think so.
It's
I
his
don't think-
dance.
I don't think you can like
What do you mean
copyright
it's
a dance
his
move.
dance. Yeah. What do you mean it's his?
I don't think
I
you
mean,
can own a
he
dance
invented
move.
it.
Yeah,
Like
but
the
you
Okay, well, show me
salsa
the
or whatever.
paperwork. Show me the legal documents.
The
that
legal
say
documents
it's
is
his.
he made it in like his lyrics, just like his lyrics.
Yeah,
and there's
there's-
choreography.
there's-
There's written how you do stuff, and in the music
lyrics.
video, there's probably it's written somewhere. Is my point. So why wouldn't he get? Paid
I mean,
for
if
that?
it is,
I
then
don't
he
think it
would
is,
get money.
though.
I
but
feel
it
like
isn't.
Epic has fucking cash to spare at this point to pay these people, but whatever. Who cares?
But they don't.
I
they
mean,
don't need to.
if they don't,
you
need to,
don't
in your
own the
opinion, go ahead.
dance move.
Yaman
That's
is
not
the
how that
be all
works.
end all. He decides how this works. He is the king of intellectual property.
Yep, you're right. Thank you. Bow,
Soulja Boy
please.
himself.
I'm gonna Millie Rock instead. What the fuck is it, Pena?
Don't.
It's a
Patrick, don't Millie Rock. You're gonna have to pay somebody because they own the dance.
I'm gonna
by
pay
law.
somebody because I'm gonna do it wrong.
the only
You're
thing I've
under
learned,
arrest.
Patrick. The only thing I've learned about Millie Rock is that you can Millie Rock on any block. That's how the song goes.
I fucking hate you so much.
That's the end. That's the end of this week's podcast. That's
King Mill.
Thank you for listening.
You sound like a news reporter. It's like breaking news today. You can Millie Rock on any block. It's like Jesus Christ.
I hate all of this.
I think that's gonna be
You've
the
said that
podcast
before. Where you
title.
say I hate all of you, but it would be I hate both of you.
Well, he hates himself too. So
So is he saying
all
you in
inclusive.
reference to himself?
yes, it's all inclusive.
Fucking weird, Yaman.
Sorry.
Should I get God of War?
It's so good.
Yes.
I actually have it at my house. I should have let you borrow it. Well, I didn't know you were gonna buy a PS4.
Just break into his house.
Yeah.
I'll help you.
Doesn't that like not work?
My dog's
Because you have
Wii.
to download it off the disc, and it's already been downloaded once.
No,
No.
PS4
You
doesn't
can
have
download it
production
multiple
like
times.
that. Yeah, it is just for Xbox.
No, Xbox is the same. No, Xbox is the same. If I gave you a disc that I've used, like we can't both use it at the same time. Whoever has the disc can play it.
Yeah, that's how.
Like
that
you
works.
would still have to download it. Like every time you play a game, it has to be downloaded, whether it's disc or not.
And you have to keep the disc in as a sort of verification thing.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I don't know, but like when the 360 came out, I remember taking my copy of Halo Reach to my friend's house because he had a 360 that he just bought, but no games because he only had a certain amount of allowance. And
Wow, what a poor ass.
I put the disc in, and it gave me an error code and said that this disc has already been downloaded on a different console. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong, but I
might be remembering that.
Pretty clear in my mind that happened.
No,
Yeah,
Xbox 360
maybe it was just
like that.
unreadable. That's not how that worked. You could take the discs anywhere.
That's weird. Okay. Yammin, I also wanted Yammin, you seemed like we're pretty invested in the story because we keep bringing it up like during the past week, but the whole Nike Colin Kaepernick like sponsorship or whatever,
Fuck
and
people
like
so much.
dumbass Yee Twitter burning their Nike merchandise.
Yep.
It's so funny. The thing is that
It's great.
I think the ad campaign is actually really effective, and if I don't know if you guys saw the like full commercial video that's like
so
do
good.
anything. I was like,
It's
damn,
great, yeah. And every time you see a new person, you're like, oh shit, it's Serena. Oh shit, it's Colin Kaepernick. It's like all these people. And also, I'm not trying to gripe on him. I love the message, but Colin Kaepernick is not the best narrator in the world. He's sort of
he was all right.
He chews on words, and I don't know how to. You guys would know what that means, but like he just sort of doesn't say things flowingly. Like anyway, that's my only thing about it. But yeah, it's a great message. I love it.
I think the point was that it was his voice.
Yeah, I know.
more than how
Yeah,
he,
it totally
how he
makes sense.
delivered,
It was
you
just
know?
like his voice is not awesome. I
Yeah.
think they should have gotten me to do it.
We get it, Patrick. You could have done better. We got it.
I'm sure someone's going to email us and be like, that wasn't the message of the video, you dumb bitch. Why would you be in it? You're stupid.
Patrick, I would love to hear you read the script to that video.
I don't remember.
Oh,
would've been
man.
so-
we
it'd
could
be
absolutely
hilarious.
Dub that. We could dub that, couldn't
We
we?
could.
not
We could
put his voice
absolutely.
in?
Well,
Dub,
we just
do
say,
it.
like,
Do it.
this
Do
is
it.
a tennis player. Oh, look, they have a racket.
I would
Well,
love
no,
to.
you would say the
Did you see the
you would
fucking
say the
racist
same
ass
thing.
cartoon someone drew of Serena Williams?
I did.
Yeah.
that
What
was
the
some bullshit.
fuck was that about? And then the dude was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's just I draw everyone like this." It's like, no, you don't. That's not true at all.
No, you don't. I would love to hear your white ass voice though, talking about like girl from
Black-
Compton becoming like the best tennis player in the world or whatever.
Oh my
like,
god!
it's like
And a girl
Just-
from Compton becoming the best.
Best- it was like, bitch, what the fuck do you know about Compton, Patrick?
Sound like Mr. Mixelpidalic. You're like the guy from
Mr.
Superman,
what?
Like, and then the girl from Compton. He's there.
I need to see the dub. I need to see that happen.
The candy guy from the candy like virus from Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh yeah.
This is my racetrack now.
We always come up with like
I grew up in Compton.
we come up with ideas to do stuff on this all the time, and it always gets people's hopes up. So we should just
Straight out of Compton.
never bring anything up. But no, the ad is super great, and it's hilarious seeing people burn the shit they already paid for. And Nike's
Going
like
and buying more shit. There was a video of some dude who bought like 13 or 14 pairs of Nike shoes and all in boxes, and he just doused in kerosene and lit on fire. What a fucking idiot. I'm sorry that you're inbred, but burning the Nikes will not, fix your genes.
I'm so happy their stock went up.
their
Yeah.
sales went up
Of
like
course
30%.
they did.
Their sales went up.
Yeah,
Because people
So
were buying
good.
more shit to burn.
So happy.
which was like pretty hilarious, but it's okay. Good on Yee Twitter for rewarding Nike for their efforts. God.
People were cutting off the Nike pieces off their clothing. You fucking dumbasses.
Oh, did you see the freaking the people
dude,
replying
yeah.
and like quoting the people that were doing that? It's like idiot that cut the Nikes off his socks, 1. Colin Kaepernick, 0.
There was a.
So
did you
good.
see the like Levi's was also like, yeah, police brutality is like
That was
pretty serious,
amazing.
and then it was like Yee Twitter about to be naked.
And then
God, no.
someone said if It's like if Wrangler follows suit, then they'll have nothing left to wear because they just wear jeans. That's their entire personality. Is just wearing denim.
I think Ford also said like,
oh my god,
yeah. And there's like
the F-150s are going to all explode simultaneously.
God,
just no. If Cherokee was just like, no, not Cherokee. Jeep was like, why is there a company named Jeep? I feel like Jeeps are.
Jeep made the Jeep.
Jeep is a type of
It's become
car.
like a Kleenex thing.
That's true.
Yeah, Jeep. Yeah.
At least I'm pretty sure that's how it went down.
But all the lift kit fucking Jeeps are gonna explode.
Lift Jeeps. Okay. Well, anyways, as you can see, we like Colin Kaepernick. Although, what I hear people saying is that Colin Kaepernick was not a good quarterback, but I still think what he stood for was important. So
they say that all the time.
Kind of weird. It's not like a Muhammad Ali situation.
It's like they want to say something negative about him without sounding racist. So they go like, "Well, he was a fucking shitty quarterback," but I love his message. He was great. He's very positive.
Like, I hate people that like preface it with like they gotta take a jab at someone before being like, but not me. I'm a reasonable person with a reasonable criticisms about this.
Like when Caitlyn Jenner like she was on the cover or whatever, and then Jon Stewart was like covering it on the Daily Show, and some news anchor was just like, she looks way better than Madonna, and then it's just like, yep, you can't compliment a woman without bringing another one down. You gotta bring him down a peg because Madonna's notorious for not having enough negative opinions about her.
It's like people were talking about Kelly Marie Tran from The Last Jedi when she got all that like online harassment and stuff.
She got fucking rinsed. Jesus Christ.
They were like, people like on Reddit, it was like, yeah, I fucking hated her character and everything she did in The Last Jedi, but I don't think she deserved that. I was like, you didn't need to preface like that at all. Like,
whatever, never mind.
Sorry, are you racist, Patrick?
Yeah, sure. I already said that before. That's true. It's just a fact.
Yeah, Patrick is the house racist. Behind
the house racist, like the doctor.
Yeah, you're the racist on call.
Dude, have you ever watched House MD?
A little bit. That was like
it's like a vanity project almost. Like I'm struggling to believe that the guy who plays him didn't write a show around him just being the actually guy. He just walks into like operating rooms and goes like, yeah, that vein's not set right. And then the guy goes, it's like, how do you know? It's just like, I'm a fucking genius. And then he walks out. It's amazing. I watched there's this guy, I can't remember his name, but he's like he's an actual doctor and he reviews like televised doctor dramas.
Oh, I love those videos.
Like, yeah, that never happens. Like, we never actually, sleep while this is going on, or blah blah blah. And then he was watching that. I was like, this guy's a fucking cunt. Like, why? No one would ever. He would be written up so many times for he's stealing pills. He's like, it was awesome. Just giving House a dressing down. Can you imagine if someone just knocked his cane out of his hand and like pushed him down?
Shut up, old man. We don't need you.
Shut up, you asshole. Like, we're doing our jobs.
Okay.
I'm a House, and only I know what's going on. You're a fucking idiot. Dumbass.
Do you have a particular strong opinion about the Serena Williams like whole situation of her getting like fined and like not winning? And stuff?
I think. See, the thing is, I don't know anything about tennis, and I'd have to hear from like a
It's
bunch
funny
of
how many armchair experts came out
to determine whether or not she actually, didn't, deserve to have that penalty or whatever it was, like the point that she didn't get or the point that the other person got, whatever the discrepancy was. I'd have to find out from a bunch of professionals what happened. But in the event that it wasn't, any discrepancy and it was totally fair, that was a little weird of her. But if it wasn't, then I totally understand her being angry. But also, I understand her being angry regardless of all that, because it's like, at this level, I'd be like struggling to maintain my composure anyway. Like, trying to not be angry when you're at that championship or whatever about losing a point, it totally makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean,
wasn't she? Didn't the referee? I don't know exactly what happened, but didn't the ref accuse her of cheating or something like that? Like I've seen a video of her going, "How dare you say I've never cheated in my life?"
Yeah,
or something
you owe
like
me an
that.
apology.
That's what she was yelling.
Like
You owe me an apology. Yeah.
She wasn't cheating. She was getting coaching, literally like from her coach was like giving her hand signals to like advise her to do stuff, which is totally against the rules. But like
really?
Other people do it apparently. Yeah, like it's one of those like,
why?
I don't know why they accept it, but she said, and her coach said that she didn't like look at him at all, like she wasn't getting any of that, so it was her coach's fault essentially. Her coach did admit to like doing that after the fact, but that also brings up the fact that like other people have done it and not gotten called out on it. But at the same time, this particular umpire, from what I understand, is a super stickler for the rules.
Did you say umpire?
Yeah, that's what he's called.
Oh wow, that's so weird.
It's an umpire for tennis, I believe. I've heard that term used a bunch for this.
Just call him the ref. Why confuse people like that?
I don't fucking know. Yeah, but yeah, the things about gender and whether or not this applies to like men or not,
or race.
Yeah, or race especially. They think it's hard to tell because I actually don't know enough about tennis rules and like
Neither
tennis stuff
to
like make the call on this. But I just do think it is really unfortunate for the other person that won. She was the first like Japanese like woman to like win the U.S. Open. I totally am blanking. She
was Japanese and Haitian.
Yeah, Japanese and Haitian. Naomi Osaka. Yeah, she was the one that won.
That really muddied the entire experience.
And the crowd was like really upset because of what happened to Serena, and they were like booing and stuff when she like got her trophy, and like she was crying. It was a whole fucking shit show.
Didn't she apologize when she won? Like I remember, she said she's sorry at some point because she felt like she was. That's horrible. That's
horrible, dude.
That's horrible.
Yeah. And people were it's being racist must be like their favorite pastime because they were just like you can see that like seething like thing on Fox News. It's like she's not grateful. It's like what the like shut the fuck up. Like stop foaming at the mouth. Serena Williams is not a mongrel. Jesus Christ.
She takes so much shit. Like I remember reading about how much. Something about like how she gets drug tested far more than her opponents.
Mm-hmm. Jesus fuck.
Well, it's just she has to deal with so much shit. She deals with it, and she's still one of the greatest or the greatest or whatever. Yeah, like that's pretty impressive.
I think my conspiracy theory on that is that they're trying to collect enough pee from her to create a clone.
there was I can't remember who it was. There was this male tennis player who was like the best of the best or whatever. And he was, I don't remember where it was. It was like some interview. And someone asked him, was like, oh, could you beat Serena or could you beat Venus? It was like, I could beat Serena and Venus at the same time. And she was like, shut the fuck up. He's such a fucking asshole. Why do you it's like a professionalism thing. And you just, why? These are other people that exist and you're aware of that, right?
God. I could beat them both at the same time, blindfolded with both hands tied behind my back. And I was using half a tennis racket with my knee.
Racket with my enormous dick.
Why is tennis split into genders? Why aren't there?
Why is any sport split?
That's just how all sports work for some reason.
Well, I usually think of like physical sports are split.
It's pretty physical.
I think it's just like this. Honestly, like, and this is gonna sound like sexist. I don't know if it is sexist, but like in some sports, like the physicality of men versus like the physicality of women are on like different levels. There are women obviously that can rise like the physicality more than men can reach, for example. Like there's like lots of fighters and stuff that can do that. But on average, the physicality of women is like less, I guess. I don't know how to like say that without it sounding creepy. Yeah, exactly. I'm the house sexist. You're the house racist. That's how
I'm both. Like I want there to be, sure, you can have two gendered leagues, and I think somebody got mad at me for saying this before, but there should also be a just unisex. Like omnisex.
I think that would be cool.
That would be awesome. Just like to find out who's best among everyone.
Yeah.
Because we do that anyway. And also we need a gladiator pit.
I think a game like tennis could work.
Yeah, a game like tennis could work. I would love to watch Serena Williams play the dude that said he could beat
the shit
her.
Out of him.
Yeah, I would watch. I don't like tennis, but I would watch it just to see that
dude
lose.
Like in the cartoons when someone has like a racket like over their head. Broken.
Tennis could definitely work as a unisex sport, I think, but not something like football. Then that would be like.
Why wouldn't that work?
Because you have these like 400-pound like 6'5"
yeah,
dudes,
and those
like
400-pound 6'5" dudes are picked out of leagues of dudes who aren't that special. So you just get some, just like mix and match. Just get all the people who are the best. Whoever's the best is the best. Whatever.
That's true.
Also, make everybody do steroids.
True. Sports is more interesting.
The Omnisex League will be the most powerful. The only reason I say omnisex is at work we have this bathroom. We have a male bathroom and a female bathroom, and we have one that's called the unisex. And then someone came in one day. He was like a supervisor or whatever, and he was just like, "Have you guys cleaned the omnisex recently?" And in my head, I was like, "That sounds like a transformer or something."
That's the Omnitrix.
Omnisex
is
rollout.
Omnitrix, yeah. And he says it's like Unicron or like Optimus Prime. Like, I am Omnisex.
I love that. Okay. We're at an hour, and I want to get out of here before more people knock, so we're going to go on to emails now.
He's probably talking about you. It's like some cunt was in there just talking to his friends, something that he could do anywhere.
I know. I feel so bad. I wonder if I should like shoot her a text later and be like, "Hey, so what you saw, not what it looked like."
Careful what you say over there. Shooter could mean anything.
So let's see. The first email here is from Sydney. Yo, dudes, I scared myself awake the other night because I had a dream that somehow Yammin died of a heart attack, but you guys didn't want to go into detail of how and just ended the podcast.
Yammin's dead. Goodbye.
That's where he's been. A few days later, it's still in my dream.
That's where I've been, yeah. Dead.
I'm at work, and Patrick shows up, and I ask him what happened to Yammin. Patrick then proceeded to tell me some elaborate story about Yammin being a spy for the government and got killed.
Sounds like something I would do.
It's all just a lie. He's too uncomfortable to tell you that I died, so he starts this lie that never ends.
He was a spy for the government and got killed on an operation.
It's so real. That's something that I would do, though.
And said that you guys just made up the fact that he had a heart attack. Also, I agree that Solo was very much slept on. Thank you. That's the most important point.
So wait, in this dream, I was the one who made up the fact that Yammin died of a heart attack?
Yeah.
Of course.
That sounds... No, it sounds like I died, and then you didn't want to tell her that I died because it'd be too awkward.
No,
for
at the
you,
end
so
of
you
it, there
made
was
up...
also a little blurb about how, and then he eventually revealed that he made up the fact that I had a heart attack.
Patrick then proceeded to tell me some elaborate story about Yammin.
I know what she said, but like the more elaborate, it's like that's her perspective. But what really happened was that you lied about me. I was actually dead. You just didn't want to tell her.
That's weird.
And you were like, yeah, I made that up. He's just a spy for the government.
Thank you for your email, Sydney. That was a good one. This one is from Persephone. I love that shit. Oh, wait. What the fuck? I didn't see this. There's art in here. Oh, it's just a Patrick, though, so we can get rid of it.
Who cares?
Hello, I drew Patrick because he's the only one who has decent reference photos. I have so many fucking photos. There's a fresh headshot of me on Instagram, people. Go look at it.
She said decent.
Is it because I'm fucking ugly?
Get him, Pat.
You're saying I'm indecent, you bitch?
I'm saying you're fucking ugly.
Or I'm just being a little bitch and not looking hard enough, but I will eventually draw Alex and Yammin because I want to. I drew this late at night because I love being caffeinated at the most inappropriate time, so sorry if it's no good, and I'm also sorry if the photo is a bit shaky. My hands are shaking from obsessive amounts of caffeine. You gotta fucking chill out, bro. You gotta take it easy there. I've stared at this picture too long to decide if it's good or even looks like Patrick, but I'll send it before I start hating it. If you want a better photo, it'll probably be on my art account on Instagram, which is at Big Dumb Mistake. Already kind of hate it too. Hope you don't. From Emma. Oh, your name's not Persephone. Fucking, what's up with the different email names? Fucking me up. Okay, well, thank you, Emma, for your lovely drawing. I'm sure we'll post that later. Patrick, are you seeing this? Do you know what it looks like?
What?
Have you seen the drawing?
Of what?
Of the person drew you.
Oh
you
my
fucking
god.
idiot.
Oh my god.
The whole thing we've been talking.
Yeah, I did see it.
You're like a goldfish, dude. You have like 1.5 second
Shut the
recall.
fuck up. I have enough memory to lie effectively, so I guess I'm not a goldfish. But yeah, I did see it. It looks great.
Every time Patrick says, shut the fuck up, I know I've hit a chord. Like, I know I've hit a chord.
Someone pointed out to me that I always pronounce that with the same way.
Same way.
I'm trying not to anymore.
It's so funny. You gotta put the emphasis on shut instead of like the or fuck.
It's like when you say that very breathy, god damn.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
very. He does that a lot.
I don't think I've said interesting on this podcast yet.
Every time I re-listen to the podcast, it's always just like, god damn. Shut the fuck up.
You just said it the same way again.
Yeah.
It's fine. This one's from Skylar. Sup, bitches. Why are you being so mean to us? Why would you say that?
It's that overfamiliar play for rudeness that I talked about.
I'm stuck going to a college that requires me to attend chapel most days, even though they claim they do not enforce Christianity there. Tried to transfer out, but since these snakes mention Jesus in all of their classes, one way or another, other colleges are not able to transfer my credits, making it impossible to leave without starting over.
Oh my
It's so frustrating having
That
to
sounds
sit there.
horrible.
Are you sure you're not at like a poor for-profit college or something?
prison?
That sounds like sketchy. It's so frustrating having to sit there hearing people tell me that they understand and respect that I'm not a religious person, but to continue to shove a Bible in my face every chance they get. The only thing that keeps me from losing my will to live each day is listening to Patrick's popcorn ASMR. Every time someone asks me about my relationship with God, I just pop in my earbuds and relax to the soothing noises of Patrick slurping his Coke and rustling wrappers next to the mic. It's far more interesting to hear Patrick sniffle every once in a while than a bunch of cult members talk about God's big dick energy. And how Jesus was dumb thick back in the day. Thanks, dudes, for being my savior through all this bullshit. This is seriously such a dope podcast. Thank you, Skylar.
Thanks, Skylar.
Thanks, bro.
Nice. As someone who went to Catholic school for 12 years and just fucking went to mass every week.
There seems to be no way we can do anything or say anything without you bringing up that you went to a Catholic school.
I don't think I've brought that up for a while.
It's very relevant.
I know.
Right?
It's just like it seems like a theme of this fucking podcast is just Pena talking about his experiences at Catholic school.
This is literally the first time I've brought it up this podcast.
And he wants to kill everyone who's a Catholic.
Dude, I'm about to rip your cheeks off for this blasphemy.
Go ahead. Get a fucking flight to Virginia.
But yeah, honestly, I passed out in church one time. Like, that's how bad this guy. I think I told you.
Oh, no. Story. Holy shit.
I see what you did there.
Anyways, fuck you. Yeah, church sucks.
There's a dude at work.
Get out of there. Just leave. Just, like, sleep in or something. I don't know. Like, I don't see how they can, like, force that on you. Like, unless this is literally, like, some sort of convent that you're, like, not telling us about. But just, like, don't go.
Maybe it's a cult.
Like, there's no college that, like...
Is Tom Cruise in there? You should watch out.
Maybe. Yeah, be careful that you're not accidentally in, like, a Scientology camp or something. But, like, mass isn't, like, class. It's, like, not for a grade, I hope. Like, that's some bullshit
like
if it is.
a phrase that you learned?
No, I just, like, came up with that. It was an
Mass
accident that it rhymed. Mass isn't class.
Mass isn't class. Mass it.
If anything, you could start, like, an atheist revolution. Like, I don't know. Kill it.
You know, when I was at my second elementary school after we moved, I one day was talking to some people, and I was during the beginning phase of me just being an annoying cunt like Ricky Gervais about atheism, and like there was some people I had to do a project with, and then just for some reason we got on the subject of religion, and I was just like, you know, we should, you know, purge this school about like stop being Christian, you know, like this is stupid, and I just insulted it a lot. And then one of the kids was like, you know, I can report you for that. And I was just like, anyway, so I think that religion's awesome. You know, it's a very healthy thing to do.
I think it's because you said we need to purge the school. That sounds a little familiar.
Also, when I was just like exaggerating when I said holy shit about your falling asleep in church, but it reminded me of how Jeff Ramsey from Achievement Hunter went to a comedy show. And he would, every time the clap stopped, no, it wasn't a comedy show, it was a magic show. And every time the clap stopped and the people stopped saying woo, he afterwards, very, like, the moment after the clap stopped, he would be like, how? What? And it would be really, really disrupting. And it was awesome to hear about. It was really a really funny story. And then I remembered that the other day at work, someone walked in and was like, can you believe that guy? He brought in an entire cooler for his food and water. And I was just like, holy shit! Is he like, you're going to arrest him? It was just really fucking funny to me. And everybody laughed, and everyone clapped, and then I was made the president.
Moving on.
How?
Moving on.
This one is from Ingrid. Hi, Prude dude. Sorry if me bringing this up is annoying for Patrick, but him saying what he said about his sexuality really resonated with me, and now I feel and how I feel about mine as well. Because
what did he say? What did he say?
I suck dick.
Like A,
Good to know.
I'm not entirely sure why my sexuality matters to anyone, and B, I guess I'm pan, but TBH, being labeled feels weird, and then if you decide to label yourself as pan, you just end up having to explain yourself all the time, because apparently it's exceptionally difficult to understand that you can like/be attracted to people as people, but I don't know. Anyway, recently moved to South Korea for school. I was fortunate enough to get 2 roommates that are also pan and queer. It's just refreshing to not have tons of questions brought up or have to explain myself to them all the time. So anyways, Patrick, I know how you feel, and it was super nice for me to know that others feel the same. So I'm basically writing to tell you that other people completely understand how you feel. Thanks for reading that mess. Love you guys. Peace. Thank you, Ingrid. I'm sure Patrick feels really good about
Gracias.
that
Do you guys remember? Sorry to interrupt you in the emails, but do you guys remember how I told you about my cousin who came over and he just sort of hung out for lunch and then he left, and it was a fun experience. He's a chill dude, and he's going to study to be a pastor.
Oh, he's a pastor. The pastor.
Yeah, it's that guy. And then he sent me and my brother, my older brother, in a group chat. He sent us pictures of I believe his sister's daughter being christened, or the thing where they get the water
baptism.
On the face. The baptism. And he mentioned baptism, and I was like, hold her by the heel like Achilles and dip her in the water. And then he didn't respond to that. He didn't appreciate it, or whatever he said. He just didn't appreciate that. And later on, recently, he had texted me, and he was like, I've been thinking about what you said, and I've just now remembered that Achilles was dipped in the river Styx, and now I realize that it's very funny. And at the time, I did not appreciate that at all, and I thought you were making fun of me. And I want to say I'm sorry. It's just like, I should be the one apologizing, like, for joking about a baby.
You better be sorry.
Do you think Achilles almost drowned when his mom just grabbed him by the fucking ankle and, like, dropped him in there?
Probably.
I don't think she, like, left him in there for, like, a minute. She just dipped him, didn't she?
Also, one time on here, I said that his mom grabbed him by the dick and just swung him into the whip. Anyway, continue.
Dude's getting grabbed a lot. This one was from Jenna. Hey, just recently drove for the first time. It felt like I was going to break down and cry because I was so nervous. Honestly, feel like I'm not ready to drive, even though I've been wanting to for a while. I had my first driving practice on the actual road this Saturday, and I'm super nervous. Do you have any advice for new drivers? Any tips? Thank you so much for reading. Also, to Patrick, one of your vines had Break My Stride by Matthew Wilder in it, and I was immediately drawn to it. The song has been one of my favorites for a while. And it makes me feel better about my day when I listen to it. I enjoy the podcast very much. Look forward to it every week. Also, bring back Yammin. Thanks for breathing, Jenna. Thank you, Jenna.
Yeah, I can't find this account on the server Vine channel, the Vine thing where you can just look at old Vines. But it was my edit account that I based off of Justin Russo's edit account, which just says PWC 1998. So it's my date of birth and my initials, and I can't fucking find it because it had all my edits on it.
As for tips for new drivers, it's honestly just you have to do it enough to like get bored of it. Like just drive around all the time.
Yeah, it's one thing is like it's bad to be a very aggressive driver. It's just as bad to be super
timid, scared.
Timid, yeah. I don't know how to be unexpectedly defensive.
Yeah.
With your driving, it's just as bad. It'll confuse other drivers. And it'll frustrate everybody.
You want to be a predictable driver.
If someone wants to get in to your fucking turn lane, give them the fucking space to do it if you have it. You don't have to close the gap instantly. Just give me the space.
Yeah, that was... somebody once told me about how if somebody wants to, join your lane, let them. Because it's literally going to take seconds of your time. And even if, 50 cars ended up going into your lane, it'll take a minute or two.
Yeah.
It really is just there's no reason to try to have that confrontation and just no, you don't get to go here. You're an asshole. You try to skip
mine and every other person here.
It really just doesn't matter that much.
Yeah. So, thank you for your email.
Also, use your fucking turn signal. Not the moment you start turning. You wait 2 seconds and then you turn. You don't instantly. I'm turning now. Here's what
frustrating. Oh, a little tip for turn signals. Use them even if no one's around. Even if you're driving when there's no one around, always use them because it'll become a habit.
In residentials, people don't fucking use them in residentials. Just fucking use your turn. It could be the tiniest backwood bumfuck road in the middle of nowhere. Use your turn signal. You don't see the cars that are around you for some reason, but they're there. I need to know where you're going.
It's not for you. It's literally turn signals are not for yourself, so you remember which way you're turning. It's for the cars around you, so they know what you're about to do. You want to be predictable, so other cars can know what you're gonna do, so there's not some kind of
confusion.
I don't know how to road miscommunication. That's why it's called
indicate, because we need to get an indication of what the fuck you're doing. You dumb shit.
This is probably not calling you a dumb shit.
Really,
person
not you, obviously. This is all these complaints.
You're not the dumb shit.
Lodge in her
the other
head.
person.
It's oh god, this is really stressful now. But
it's going to be overwhelming. It's not.
It's going to be overwhelming for a little while, and then after you're satisfied with getting on the highway and stuff, it'll be really easy. It'll be like riding a bike.
Yeah,
driving.
you'll honestly probably start hating driving because it's so boring.
I love driving.
It's very boring. Yeah.
I mean,
Dude, driving to school is great. It's the music.
listen
It's
to
just
my
music.
podcasts.
That's the only thing.
let's see. This email is from Charlotte. So this is probably going to be some of the dumbest shit you've ever heard. I once told my cousin that I'm going to genetically mutate myself into a velociraptor, and he tells me that it's not possible. I told him I'll find a velociraptor tooth, and I'll get DNA out of it, and then inject it into my bloodstream to mutate into a velociraptor. He called me a dumbass, so I'm wondering, do you guys think I could mutate myself into a velociraptor? Or maybe someone else could become a velociraptor? P.S. Being a velociraptor sounds fucking awesome. You could go around tearing shit up without consequences. Sent from my iPhone.
A, you're fucking stupid, but B, I don't think that genetic changes can work that drastically. I think if you maybe like took like a human embryo and then made some changes, they could develop like with scales or something. But I don't know about like getting.
Isn't this is the plot to Animorphs?
Is it? I've never read an Animorphs book where someone turns into a fucking velociraptor.
Yeah, I think we've been bamboozled. This is
it's always like there was a velociraptor. There was an Animorphs book I read when I used to fucking read those books religiously, and it was always the same plot of like, man, there's some trouble in town. Now we're animals. We're gonna like put out the fire.
Now we're animals.
Now we're Animorphs.
And the magic or the science magic that makes them like the Animorphs would like wear off, and then they'd have a life lesson after that. It was like every single plot of every single book was like that. But there was one where a guy turns into a cow, and I think that's the lamest shit in the world. Can you imagine if everyone around you could turn into like a falcon and like a tiger, and you were like, what can I be? Is like a fucking dog, a donkey, some dumb shit like that.
A donkey because you're an ass.
You're a praying mantis.
I feel bad for the guy that turns into like a fucking ant. Just gets stepped on 2 seconds later.
He could crawl into people's holes though.
Not a
diddle them.
Jesus Christ.
Next question. Next email.
This one is
That's
from
enough,
Ben.
That's enough of that.
Ben is faced with 2 weeks void of Wi-Fi on holiday. I decided to listen to this podcast from episode 1. I'm so sorry. But he says it's great. Good job. Currently on episode 41. Also, Patrick would be a great Jason Todd.
Thank you.
Interesting. That's like a very high order compliment.
That's awesome.
That's
I love
good.
hearing stuff like
I
that.
fuck with that
What
shit.
does Jason Todd sound like?
A bitch.
Have you seen the Jason Todd is in the Arkham games?
Of course I know.
He has like
Todd,
a voice
whatever.
like this.
My
like,
man Todd.
Angry Batman. Because he's still kind of young, but I figured he should have a deeper voice.
So Jason Todd is in the Arkham games, I think.
He was also in a couple
like
of
that.
movies, like Under the Red Hood.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Animated
He
movies.
sounds. You kind of sound like him. I could definitely.
He sounds
see it.
like a. He was voiced by Jensen Ackles, the guy from Supernatural.
Oh, okay. I think you could do it if you just got like a really good like angry, sad voice. Like you're.
I'm
mad,
tired of you,
like,
Batman. Wait, that's way too deep. He sounds like Lobo.
Yeah. Let's see. This one's from Thomas. Hey, just found out about your podcast and haven't gone through all the episodes, but you talk about games a lot and was wondering your opinion on Dishonored. Not my favorite game or anything. I just really like the art and the concept of the outsider as a being. I've played both Dishonored games and I fucking love both of them. Like the weird like steampunky world design mixed with like the mystical like whale shit. It's really cool. I also just love stealth games a lot, so those games are really high up there for me. They're both fucking dope as shit. I don't know if you guys have played them though.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of those like dark, dreary settings and time periods. But it's fun gameplay. It's.
What was that, Patrick? Was that English?
Something about Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Yeah.
Oh god. I fucking hate that game. Pat, you've never played Dishonored, I guess.
I did, and it sucks cock. Just for me.
Oh, why do you
It's
hate
just
it?
like the mechanics seem like sort of like Skyrim, where you swing a sword, but it's sort of like one point gets attacked. It's sort of like it's just a JPEG of a sword swinging, and you don't feel like you're satisfyingly hitting someone. Whereas with Assassin's Creed, you really just meat ease like these big hits, and you feel like you're really doing damage.
Yeah.
Where in Dishonored, it's just like this little. It's just not fun, and also
Yeah.
the setting is really dark and dreary.
Dark and dreary. I always felt like in the newest one, like the last one they made, it was good. But in general, I've always felt like Dishonored has always had. They give you the illusion of like you can do this however you want, but there's like 2 or 3 ways to do it.
Mm-hmm. There's one way where you can almost immediately die, or there's one way you can do it stealthily.
That's fair. I mean, I feel like
I
some
don't
of those
know.
games play
That's
that,
how I
but,
felt.
Okay. Thank you for your email, Thomas. I love Dishonored, so I'm with you there, bud.
You're dumb.
Fuck you. Let's see. We have so many. This one's from Rowan. This is going to be the last one, I think. Hey, Bro Dudes, I have a question for Patrick. You're constantly making jokes about loving gay male characters in media, so I was wondering if you were bisexual. You must have missed, like, the whole, like, last few episodes.
When did I missed all of this?
At the end of the email?
No, it says, I know you're at least attracted to girls based off of the, quote, fun experiences you have described on the podcast in the past.
Where I wouldn't let the driver have any fun.
Yeah, so I was wondering if you're just hashtag woke or LGBT+. I'm assuming you're probably straight, but I thought it better to ask anyways. Also wanted to add that I love the podcast. You're all extremely funny dudes with great jokes.
Thank you.
Thank
but
you,
I
Gracias.
like everybody. As this is going to become a running theme where I just express my sexuality every time someone asks. But yeah, I just like everybody.
We're going to get like 30 emails every week saying like,
I've been
so
told
is Patrick gay?
Is Patrick a man liker? Still that fucking quote from Michael tickles me so much.
Let me see. Yeah, okay. That's it. Oh wait, actually no, we got another email from
Can you imagine seeing a homosexual and surviving to tell the tale?
Oh my god.
I know I didn't. This is from Teddy. I totally forgot about this one because it was like buried under another thread. She's the one that originally suggested the Tinder videos, and she was like adding on to that. She said, this has nothing to do with any podcast episode I've heard so far, but here goes because I want to rant. This is an actual hot take.
How long is it?
I'm very mad about. It's not that long.
Okay.
She says, I fucking hate dog people. I already hate dogs, but probably like 50% of the hate goes towards the owner because most of the stupid shit a dog does could be stopped by the owner. So all of my neighbors have dogs, and one of them always lets their fucking dog shit in my yard, and we can't do anything about it because we don't know who it is.
Kill
It's
it.
so fucking annoying. Like, pick up your dog shit, you inconsiderate fuck. Also, I don't want your dog to lick me with its asshole-infested tongue. Get your dog off of me.
Damn.
Don't tell me, aw, he loves you, let him lick you, because I hate being that person that also has to shove a bitch off me. Literally a bitch. But I will, so you better tell him before I do, because I'm hurt his feelings. Like, just be courteous and don't assume everyone likes dogs. It's not hard. I just don't understand the appeal of a dog. Dogs are fucking loud as fuck. Why would a person want to bring a creature into their home that constantly screams its language at the top of its fucking lungs? Okay, I'm done. I have a lot more to say, but I don't want to sound more psychic than I already do. Long live the Prude podcast. Thank you, Teddy.
Thinking about the idea of a dog just like as a thing that's screaming, like
screaming its language. Teddy, thank you for your email. But I just have to say your take is fucking garbage.
No, I totally get what
I agree.
I also don't like things that are touching me.
You agree
I
with
never,
her
ever
with her
let a dog
bad
lick me.
take?
I will reel back and jump into a tree if a dog tries to lick me.
Dude, no, fuck. They're so
Also,
cute.
dogs
I
can
love
be
them so
super
much.
fucking aggressive. If you haven't trained your dog right,
Oh,
sometimes
yeah,
they'll
but
like
that's just,
tackle
like-
you to the ground if they're big enough.
You can't judge
dude,
all dogs
that
because
was-
of like a bad dog.
That was like in high school I had a teacher who would it was like a morning class, and like once every like 2 weeks, every like month, he'd bring his dogs in and like take them to the
Dogs.
we had like an academy where like there was like I don't know, like dog grooming classes, and like
Yeah.
teachers could bring their
Just
dogs, and
next
like
to
yeah. So I would come into class in the morning, and like there's like a filing cabinet like right in front of the door, so you can't really see into the room until you walk in and like walk around the cabinet. So I walk in, and as I get to the end of the cabinet, like 3 dogs like up to my chest like run up and start like pouncing on me and like licking me and stuff, and that's not cool. That's not.
No.
I don't want.
those are heavy
that.
animals.
Yeah.
I just like love dogs a lot, so that sounds great to me. But I can understand if you
They also smelled like shit.
that. It's fine.
I agree with this email. Fuck you, Penny.
Okay, I'm on the YouTube comments now. There's a few. Someone suggests that we should sit down and do a roast compilation video of your vines, which I think is a good idea, actually. Then Samantha has a lovely comment. Just wanted to say I really enjoy listening to the podcast while I'm at work because it's nice background sounds when I'm trying to organize merchandise. And to be honest, I didn't find out about Patrick through the Captain America vine. Found out about him through that one vine with the harmonica, and you play it if you get $100 million, but 100 million people will die. Then Patrick's character plays it, and then the other guy says, "Kevin, no." Makes me laugh every time.
I like that one.
I like the
That
my
was a good
favorite's
one.
still the McDonald's one.
That one was genuinely funny because I wasn't worried about how I looked. I was just like trying to be cute.
It's so good.
I fuck with that one. Okay. I think that's it for that. But we do have to honor our amazing Patreon patrons who are fucking beautiful human beings. I literally cannot thank them enough. So I'm gonna pull up the list.
Good. Thank them.
I could lick their individual wieners. But thank you so much to Cassidy, David, Aaron, Everso Joe, Jake A. King, Katie, Marianne, Monty, Pip Pap Scallywag, Rebecca, Tara, and Jessica.
That's so many.
I was cutting off last names for privacy's sake. I don't know. But thank you all so very, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's so many. Thank you. If you want to be a Patreon subscriber and support us, get your name read, or get a personal thank you from us if you're reached that $5 tier, you can go to patreon.com/PrudeDudes, donate whatever the fuck you want. We appreciate any amount of support. We're just saving up, gonna invest in the show.
Throw your
whatever.
wasted nut at us.
Yeah, throw your dirty rags at us, please. But any support is greatly appreciated. You guys are amazing. Thank you all so much from the bottom of our hearts. Again, thank you all to everyone who rates the show on iTunes. We're at like 125 ratings now, I think. So just keep climbing the ranks. Really helps people discover the show. The show's growing. We're getting more emails, getting more views on SoundCloud these days. So things are looking up.
Thank you,
it's all thanks to you guys' help. It's all thanks to you guys. Couldn't do it without you. So if you want to send an email to the Prude Dudes podcast telling us how fucking stupid we are, that's prudedudes@gmail.com. If you want to send it to our Instagram or Twitter, that's at Prude Dudes. If you want to follow us individually, I'm at AlexPenda97. Yamin is at @_Yamin, and Patrick is at Patrick Shalto 5. So I did. Thank you again for listening, guys, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Ah!